waiting for the guest to join. I just reached out to him to join, so she'll just need to wait a little bit for him to join. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you? Hi,
I'm okay.
everyone. Yeah. So thank you for joining. Thank you for choosing to do this, for accepting my invitation. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Um,
You're welcome.
yeah. Hi, hi. This other person down here. Hi, Stuart. Hi, everyone who is waiting, who is watching. We really appreciate you for joining. So, Aaron is a content creator like me. He talks about the DV lottery and very many other things. You should check his channel out. I'll be linking his YouTube channel link in the comment section somewhere. You guys should check him out. And in today's video, he's going to be sharing about his DV lottery journey. Now, his journey is different from my journey. He's a family man, and me, I am not a family person. So our stories are a bit different. If you have any questions, be sure to leave the questions in the comment section. Hi, Brazen. Hi, Kawongo. It's nice having you guys here. So, Aaron, at what point did you apply? I mean, oh, sorry. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Sorry.
Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron Ntende from Uganda. And right about now, I'm in Massachusetts, USA. Uh, as she has said, I tend to create videos about my life, starting from how I came to America and my experience here. I do this because I wanna
As
help
she has
people
said,
understand.
I tend to. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Alright. So mostly I'm into helping people to understand and try to help them through the process of DV lottery and still other things like going to Dubai, starting up life here. So that's me.
That's interesting. Thank
Mm.
you guys for letting us know where you're watching from. Thank you. Really appreciate that. So how did you find out about the DV lottery and when did you decide to apply?
Actually, as I was growing up, I had aunt in America
Mhm.
who used to like help my other brothers. Especially, it started from the university because we are we are 7 kids
Mm.
in my family. So when it reached university, we had we got an issue with paying the tuition and a lot of stuff. So we were like four brothers in the university. So our aunt used to help my other two brothers. Those are the older ones. So
Mhm.
what happened is, uh, me personally, I wasn't applying because I used not to talk to my aunt. It was my older brothers who used to talk to my aunt. So
Mhm.
they told me they were being sent the link and told to apply each and every year. Since they had computer, they knew much about
Mhm.
computing. So those times, even smart mobiles were new. So when I'm talking about this is like 2007, 8, 9, 10, around there, 11, 12,
Mm.
around there. So, and the process of developer was different. It wasn't like now.
Mhm.
Now, because of social media, smart mobile, it's easy to apply, it's easy to get information.
Yeah.
So, as time went on, one day I went, I got a job in Dubai and I was working in Dubai. So,
Mm.
when I say Dubai, I mean Abu Dhabi and all those Emirates. So, when
Yeah.
I was there,
Mm.
uh, I happened to get a relationship with my aunt too. So we started talking. So she said, since I was in Dubai, that means I can also apply. Like I'm capable to apply, and I had done my senior six too. I had finished my high school. Uh, so what I did, my aunt used to said that was in 2018. My aunt started sending me links and asking me to apply.
Mm.
So when I was in Dubai, I went for holidays in Uganda. Then I went back to Dubai. So when I just reached in Dubai, that was around October, November. I was so tired of UAE since
Mm.
I'd been there for like yeah, it was like 6 years by then. So when I came from vacation from Uganda, reaching in Dubai, my aunt told me, Aaron, it's time to apply. So I felt like, say, this is an opportunity.
Like to use
I
that today.
hope I,
Mhm.
yeah, I hope I can apply and win
Mhm.
because I was so much tired of Dubai. I was like, if I can get something else to do,
Mhm.
I will be relieved of the stress of the Arabs and uh, Dubai. So what I did, I went and I took a photo uh, in uh, in an Indian photo studio. It was good. I told them American passport photo, but I didn't know that they also didn't know how an American passport photo looked like.
I
So they
know.
just gave me a photo and I tried to upload it onto the network, the website, and things
They
never
said it.
went the way I wanted. So
Mhm.
I was like, Mommy, that's my aunt. I was like,
Mm.
Mommy, these things are not working. I tried to upload this photo, it's not doing anything. And yet they told me
Mhm.
it's an American passport photo.
Mm.
And I remember it was my first time to apply.
Yeah. Which year was
So
this?
that was 2018.
Okay.
So 2018. So she told me, okay, just send me your photo and send me your information.
Mhm.
So I sent it to her. And luckily, a day passed and she told me, oh, I forgot to send you your what? Your confirmation and other stuff. I said,
Mhm.
okay, oh, you did, so you applied for me. It went through. I was so happy. So that
Mm.
was my first time applying.
Okay.
But remember, I had known DV Lottery for some time
Mhm.
through my brothers. But
Okay.
seriously, I didn't know the exactly DV Lottery, what it meant. We just
Mhm.
we used to say green card, green card.
Green card. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
what happened? Uh, the following year,
Mm.
after applying, we forgot about it all. So uh, the following year, hi guys. As you're listening to my story, you can leave a comment, and I can, like a question, I can answer you as I'm telling you my story. So what happened the following year? Remember, I didn't know what to do next. Uh, as I was still in Dubai, and that time, I think results had already come out around May,
Mm.
but I didn't know. Also, my aunt didn't know. She told me sometimes she could check, sometimes she did not even check the results for my brothers.
Mm.
So it was the first time, I think it was the first time she checked. So I was like, the following year, it was 2019. I went home for vacation. Again, I came back, and whenever I went for vacation, I never wanted to go back to Dubai because Uganda was so sweet. And I was fed up of uh, work in Dubai. However much I had a good job,
Mm.
sometimes as long as time went on, I just became tired of it because it was so long. 6 years, it was so long. So
Mm.
in 2019 it was like 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I told myself, do you know what,
Mm.
this is my last contract in UAE. That's what I told myself. So I was like, I was gonna spend 2019 and 2020, like around mid, my contract was ending. And that's the time I said that when it ends, I'm no longer gonna renew. So
Mm.
what happened exactly is, in 20, I went for my last vacation. Now I'm coming back to do only 1 year
Right.
and end my contract. So when I went for my last vacation, that in 2019, I came back. It was around October.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, results always come back in May. And in October, again, there is a new lottery, DV lottery. So my aunt, again, she sent me message, Aaron, it's time
To apply.
to apply. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's time to apply.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, uh, as when I came from vacation, it was like after 7 days of working in Dubai, I received good news from my brother. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it was a day like Saturday. I was from work, tired. Remember, when you're working there in Dubai, you don't use your phone. So my phone was off
Mm.
while I was at duty. So when I came home, my phone was still off. What I did, I went, took a shower, came back. So when I checked my phone, I
Mm.
found 8 missed calls. I said, what's going on? I found messages of my brother telling me, you're there wasting time. You were
You were selected.
selected. You
Oh.
must
Oh.
even be in USA by now. I said, what is he talking about?
Wow. Just
What
as
is
a
he talking
minute.
about?
Hi, Priska. Thank you for watching. Dennis, hi. Thank you for joining. Madu, thank you for joining us. Everyone on the chat, thank you for joining. Like I said, we're joined by Aaron, and he's sharing his DV lottery experience. So he's telling us how he found out he was selected at this point. Yeah, please go ahead.
So when I came from duty, my phone was off, and I never checked my. When you're tired, like
Mm.
sometimes you don't wanna do the social media.
Take
You
a
wanna
break.
keep yourself off your phone because it's so stressing too.
Yeah.
So I kept my phone away while I was at my duty.
Mm.
When I just arrived at home, I went, took a shower. I came out of shower. I checked my phone, and there were so many missed calls. I was like, "What's going on?
Mm,
Something bad happened." But when I checked my WhatsApp, my brother was like, "Call me as soon as you find this message. Call me. You're wasting time there." I said,
I know.
You were selected. You have to be in USA by now." I said, What is he talking about?" So I
Mm,
called him. When I called him, he explained to me. He sent me a photo that first email, the first
mm,
notification. He told me he told me that my aunt in USA, when she was applying, because what she did is she had my photo of a previous year. So she said,
mm,
"What if I use this photo and I apply for a role? It will be much easier." So
mm.
when she applied, this is what she told me. I don't know how it came about, but she told me when she applied that the website told her this guy is already selected
Wow.
for for the current year. So she was like,
Mm,
"What's going on?" But I
mm,
think I think when she was on the website, I think there was like the you can use confirmation. I think she checked, but what she told me, she was like, "I was applying for you again, but
again. Oh,
the website showed me that you are selected." I don't know how it happened,
okay.
but
Now that's
when she
that's
told me that,
interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
when she
sorry.
told me that, I was like, things are happening.
Yeah, you were
I don't
indeed
know
supposed to be
how.
in the US already, like your brother had
That,
said.
yeah, that's what they told me. But remember, the process is always interviews start in
Oh,
October. It's
sure.
just that, yeah, it's just that I had delayed to send the DS260.
DS 260. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I got the information that I was selected.
Now I want to know how you were able to navigate because if you delayed, then what did you do after finding out that you had already been selected and all this is going on? I saw somewhere in your videos where you said you were selected twice. I don't know if that is what this like lead us to
Actually,
what happened.
actually, actually, this experience is it was my first time being selected.
Okay.
Yes, it's true. I was selected twice, but in my first experience, it's so interesting because uh, you're going to find out how things turn the other way around.
Oh,
It's a sad story.
oh,
It's a sad story, and most people who are interested in DV lottery and participating in DV lottery probably they're gonna learn a lot from my story
mm-hmm.
because because once I was selected, I was DV 2020.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I was DV 2020, and that year a lot really happened. That
sure.
is when COVID was
COVID.
in place.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was in the government. So
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot.
Sure.
There was a lot. You can imagine. So what happened is I started messing up. I resigned from work. I resigned from work. And why did I resign? Because I
Mm-hmm.
never knew anything about developer.
Sure.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know. I knew nothing about developer. So so my brother was the one trying to help me to fill up the DS260.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me, "Aaron, meet me at the mall. Don't meet me at my place because I don't want anyone to know about our stuff. It's not good to expose."
Yeah. So
Uh,
where were you in the moment? You had come back to Uganda or you were still
I,
in Dubai? Both of
I
you?
was
Or
still there.
okay.
That day I received the news. My
Mm-hmm.
brother was like, "Meet me at the mall so that we can apply the DS260." We
Mm.
just started messing up because DS260 needs information from you,
Sure.
from your parents,
Yeah.
from your schools. It needs you to have most of the documents with you while filling up, so you cannot mess up
Sure.
because once you mess up, you are always have to retrieve it so that you correct your mistakes. And
Mm.
any slight mistake, it might lead you to being denied
Go
or it
too
might
far.
delay your process. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we I just started messing up. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, uh, previously I had in-law. I have a cousin sister who married who married is the girls who marry or the men
The
who
men
marry?
are the ones who marry. So the girl
Okay,
is married too.
okay, yeah. My cousin sister was married.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Yes, was
so
married. Mm.
to a USA green card
Holder.
selectee?
Mm-hmm.
I won't say older. Yeah, afterwards he was older, but at that moment he was a selectee. That was 2018.
Mm.
So he uh, since I had somebody who went through the process, I had to talk to him. Like,
Sure.
what can I do?
Mm.
Seriously, I'm also selected. What can I do?
Mm-hmm.
He told me. Uh, I started asking him, like, send me whatever information I need, whatever you have. He sent me his first NL, he sent me his 12. He started telling me how he went to Nairobi. So I was like, man, this process is so long.
I
And
know. And you know, when you read the instructions, they tell you the first thing: do not resign from your job, do not sell off your property. Do not.
for me, the most funny thing, actually, the reason why I stayed in Dubai, it was I had two brothers there and a sister,
Mm.
my biological brother and sister. So whenever I wanted to resign, they told me, Aaron, where are you going? Where are you in a hurry? So
Mm.
I told them, I'm 6 years and I'm tired. I'm tired of this desert.
I
So
know.
they used to tell me, why are you in a hurry? What are you going to do in Uganda? Just keep on. At least take another contract, you resign after.
Mm.
After you're done with your house, you buy yourself a car, then you can go. So I'd given myself one contract, just finish my house and my businesses too. So what I did, when DV lottery came, it was an excuse to resign. Oh
Wow.
my God. I was
Mm.
like, this time, nobody's telling me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since I got somebody to ask, uh, uh, when I asked him, he told me, Aaron, seriously, right now you're in Dubai. You have to resign so you go and start the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, remember, I was late, like to go and start on the paperwork. Like I had to get birth certificate, I had to get this and that.
Mm.
Yeah, and I didn't know such documents which I needed by
Yeah.
then. But when we were filling in the DS-260 with my brother, there was a lot of information which I needed
Sure.
and and which I came across. So I was like, sometimes you cannot fill up a DS-260 on the phone.
You can't. You
You can't.
cannot.
You
Mm.
can't. You have to get a laptop, or else you have to go to a cafe, to
Sure.
a cyber.
Mm.
So what we did that day, the DS-260, we could not fill it.
I know, and
So
you know, there is that provision where they say when it is open, I think for a particular period of time, it goes back. You find
that's
that you
where
have to
the
go
hassle
back and
was.
start again. Yeah.
That's where the hassle was. We were like, find out the birth certificate of dad. So I had to start calling mom. What is daddy's birth certificate? Or birth
Date
date,
of birth. Mm.
date of birth. What then after then I had to get more information about my school. It was a lot. It
It's
was a
really
lot.
not. Yeah. Personally, I took time. We didn't know that after you've been selected, you have to fill it out and send it immediately. In fact, I think around, because I found out selection in June, and I filled that DS260 in like October.
Oh my.
I actually thought you needed to have all the documents first before you fill it, until I read again with, and I was like, but Rachel, no, I don't think you're supposed to be waiting this long. I think you're supposed to fill.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it explains why my interview date was actually way longer.
That's why
Uh,
you are delayed.
yeah, someone is asking questions here. Okay, certifying the documents. Okay, today we're talking about Aaron's journey, but about the documents. Aaron's, in fact, there's a time I was hosted on Aaron's channel, and he was talking about the certificates, the O and A level. He said you could do it via UNE, but personally, I didn't certify my O and my A level. I just certified my university documents. Then someone is asking about hosting services. It is Aaron who has been saying he wants to start hosting services, but he has a criteria, so he will probably talk about that on his channel. But no, we do not have. For now, we do not. But I know some people who do. In fact, if you went through, some people actually have those hosting services. When Aaron starts his, we shall be letting you know.
I
Someone.
started mine, but there is requirements.
Okay.
Remember, actually, this is what I tell people. For
Hmm.
me, what I know is that Massachusetts is the best place somebody could ever come and start his life or her life here. It's the
Mm.
best
Okay.
because when you start ranking Massachusetts in America,
Hmm.
even our driver's license, you can take it to any state and you don't need to redo. But when you bring driver's licenses from elsewhere, they have to come back and take classes again and
Okay.
even go on the road, and even you start from
Okay.
scratch as
That's
if they
interesting.
never driven, which is funny. So
That's pretty.
Massachusetts, even when it comes to work,
Hmm.
CNA, HHA, all the kinds of work, you'll
Hmm.
find that the certificates you get here, they are rated high. You
Okay.
can travel all over. You can become a travel CNA, travel HHA. You can do a lot. So
Hmm.
I tend to tell people, if you're coming here, the kind of services I want to give is like, I'm giving you a place to live. I'm giving you opportunity to get documents,
Yeah.
and also a place where you're going to get information and
Mm-hmm.
to be loved, because here
You
when
need the love. You need the love. It can be horrible in this place. You need someone who's actually going to really love you and help you navigate this country. It can be
it
really horrible. Mm-hmm.
it's hard. It's hard to find somebody who's gonna be there for you, like a brother. It's
Yeah.
hard, like a father. It's hard for me. If I'm to host somebody, he has to meet my requirements. I will
Okay.
give you my affidavit of support, tax returns, and I'll give you my address, everything, because I need you to come here like a brother or like a sister. So that life will I make life easy for you. Even if it's taking you to work, I drop you off.
Mm-hmm.
You hope you understand. So
Yeah.
if you interested, you have to contact me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone
But
else is
there's still yeah.
okay. So basically, if someone wants to be hosted, they should reach out to you. I think we shall provide maybe an email address where they can reach out to you or something.
Yeah, you just put my last name Ntende. Okay. I will not use
We shall
my
just share. We'll leave it in
yeah,
the comment section, and
sure.
then
In
we
the
shall.
comment. Sure. In the
Yeah.
comment.
So then somebody else was someone is sending, they're saying, I think, hi, they're watching from Cameroon. Stephanie Steven, official USA, I think he knows you. Then, okay. This one was also talking about being hosted. Then, okay. Yeah, I think we can continue. So you had stopped at the point where you were filling the DS260 form and you had to call your mom, finding out the birth dates and all those things as you were with your brother.
Yeah, that's true. DV lottery is not easy, guys. However much, it's the best. Uh, my immigration or migration system is the best because you are well assured of the visa once you have a high school.
Mm,
Once you have a high school, you are well assured of the visa. There's nothing that will ever fail you. Once you go to the embassy, they're gonna give you the visa. They're gonna welcome you. And when even you're coming to America, you're gonna welcome you.
yeah, they're
And
not
even when you live when
true.
you're living in America, you're gonna be like, man, you're gonna be loved. Like it's your home.
Mm,
You have nothing to get afraid of.
yeah.
Whenever you want to go back home, you just so what happened is
Mm,
I know the process is full of a lot of tension. That one,
mm.
take it from me, you're gonna be like each and every day you're gonna be checking your email.
I know.
Each and every day. You're gonna get uh sometimes you won't even sleep just think about developer like because it's a golden opportunity.
That's true.
This kind of opportunity in life they come once and you just live to tell your story how you lost an opportunity like that. So what I tell people, make sure you have a high school first. If you don't have a high school, I never want to discourage you, but if you don't have a high school, there are so many other ways you can come to America. If you have a wife who has a high school, pray for her. Once she gets through, she can add you to the developer. So now let me take you back to my story.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, remember I found out that I won DV lottery. For those who have just joined, when I was in Dubai, and I resigned from my work because I got information from one of the previous selectees that I was running late because I found out that I won in October, and in October interviews start in October.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had to get supporting document. By then they were asking us. They are requesting for supporting document. You had to send your supporting document, either you like it or not.
Mm.
Without those supporting documents, your DS260 will mean nothing.
So you had to send the documents along the DS260.
After the DS260, you get
Then you
an
send.
email
Okay.
requesting for documents. You had to
Oh,
send your document. Actually, there are like 5 documents. There is a
okay.
birth certificate,
Mm,
there is police letter. If you have ever went to prison, you have to get a prison record, a
mm,
court release form. If
mm.
you have ever been into army or
The
police,
military. Mm-hmm.
you have to get that recommendation, or you have to have a release form. They have to release you from the army.
Mm-hmm.
So beside that, birth certificate, uh, uh, by then even COVID certificate wasn't there.
Mm,
So uh, when I talk about birth certificate, it's the national one. So what I didn't have a birth certificate. I was just like any other normal African. we our birth certificates, we even we keep them with our mothers. So they are the ones who know. Some of you, I believe, you have never seen your birth certificate. You just know where you are born.
That it is there somewhere.
Yeah. I was like, I have to go back and get my police letter. Remember, even the police letter in Uganda, you have to be there in person. But still,
Physically, yeah.
there is provision. You can get it online, or
Mm.
if you have somebody to help you, they can connect you somehow and you get it. So I did a mistake of not getting one for Dubai. That is when once I was still in Dubai, I had to get one before
Yeah,
I
because
left.
they
But
say you need to provide a letter of good conduct for from all the countries you've lived in for more than 6 months.
yes, so I
Mm.
forgot. Actually, I didn't know that
Mm.
time. I didn't know that I needed it,
I know.
and and I didn't know even how to get it.
Sure.
So I I resigned from work. It was the terrible thing I could ever
Decision.
done. Yeah, I could ever done that moment. Yes,
Mm.
I did it. I resigned from work. To me, it was I was just happy to resign from work. But what happened after, you'll find out. Like sometime I wish I could I have went back and made more money to help myself, because once I resigned, I got money. I went home and I became broke afterwards because of COVID.
True. Mm.
COVID hit. So I'm gonna tell you that part of me becoming broke and also COVID entering into things. So what happened is I went home. Uh, actually, a little bit about how I resigned. So
Mm.
that night, remember, I told you I came from work. Then my brother gave me that information that I had won. So when I got received that information that I had won, I started. I contacted my uh, I would say my cousin's uh,
Husband.
husband,
Mm.
and he told me it's better you resign because you got to go and process your DV lottery. So what I did, I called my supervisor. This time, this time I was the happiest guy. Like I was gonna give him the best information. So I was like, "Hey man, I'm not coming back to duty. Give me, give me, give me off." He told me, Aaron, you're not scheduled for an off today. How come I will get you off?"
Mm.
So he told me, "You can request this guy so and so for him to come to duty so you can be off."
Mm.
Because from that day I could never go back to work because I was so tired.
I know.
And and I'm here. I received good news. I'm going to
America.
Yeah, I'm going to America. No, there is no way I could ever go back to work.
Mm.
So I called my supervisor and I told him I need a day off because I need to work out something.
Mm.
I never wanted to tell them I'm going to resign because I had not yet planned it. So
Mm.
I was like, give me off today. I'm not coming to work. There is something urgent. I went to the guy to ask him to go to work. Uh, I found them drunk in their room.
Oh wow.
So
Mm.
I tried to explain to him, he said, "Aaron, I'm drunk. How will I go for duty?"
I know.
so
Mm.
so I was like, man, you have to go for duty. I don't have anything to do for you. You just have to go for this because I need the day off today. So so I took the off. That's how I went and I met with my brother. Then
Mm.
we started filling up the DSS 16. So the next morning, I'm here to make up a final decision, either to resign
Mm.
because it was the only option actually.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I called my supervisor. I told him, you know what? Give me a second off because Aaron, you're crazy. Actually, that moment, I gave it to him. I said, actually, I might not even come back to work. I'm going to resign.
Wow.
That is when he was like, what's going on, Aaron? Nobody resigned from this kind of job. You're
I
making money here.
mm,
Like, $800. By then, it was a lot.
yeah.
$800.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So he was like, Aaron, you can't be serious. I said, I'm going to resign. So he was shocked. My supervisor were Indian and actually during that period that year they wanted to make me a supervisor too. But I was
Mm-hmm.
like, me, I'm not lasting here even 2 years. Give it to somebody who will
Who would
want that
say,
position.
wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him I'm going to resign. I'm not coming back anymore. I don't even need a off. It choked
Wow.
him. Information started spreading. Remember, this was one of the biggest companies in UAE. Like,
Mm-hmm.
actually, I was security, I would say guard in UAE. It's a good job for Africans. If you get it, you can do something with it. So
Yeah.
I was a security guard in Abu Dhabi. That's the capital, and we are getting better salary than the rest.
Mm.
So the whole security company started getting information. Aaron is resigning. For what?
I
And I
know.
had I had one of the best locations. So all eyes were on me somehow. So they
Mm.
are like, Aaron is resigning, resigning. Even at my workplace, all Ugandans, they told them, Aaron is not coming. Why? Why is Aaron not coming back here?
I
Resigning,
know.
resigning. And that year, many Ugandans in Dubai were selected. Actually, men were resigning because they were selected in DV lottery. Some Ugandans were like, Aaron, were you selected in DV lottery? I was like,
How do you know?
yeah. It's just that they received information because whoever was selected, it was a golden opportunity. So many uh, uh, information was circulating around that man, there is this DV lottery, people are being selected. From that day, things changed for me. I resigned. I went and they gave me my money, and I took a flight back home. Happy. Taking a flight when you're going to America, it's the
Mm.
best thing which could ever happen to you. So I believe whoever is there is looking for that kind of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I went home. And I went home to look for documents and apply. Luckily enough, I was given my end of service payment, so it wasn't that small.
Mm.
7 years working,
My
I was
God.
like 7 grand. You
Wow.
know, it was a lot. I could
Mm.
do a lot with it,
Yeah.
but the problem is, I taken whenever in UAE there is a service which is given by the bank, like you can take a loan, you can take your salary in advance. So I'd taken salary in advance, so I had to pay. uh, Actually, there is a point I reached, and I said, some Ugandans and some Africans or some Asians, this is what they do. When they take the salary in advance, they don't resign. Also, if they resign and they are given their money, they run out of the country without paying the banks.
Mm.
Because sometimes the banks, they don't know that you're resigning.
True.
So they run out, and that's why they are banned. Like whenever they get another opportunity to move around the world, they
Mm.
even get problems. Once they are going through Dubai, they get problems. So for me, I was like, I have to pay all this kind of uh, 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 debts.
Mm.
I did, and I took a flight back home. Yeah, but one thing I want to tell you, when I got the information, I called my mom and I told her that I was selected for DV. She could not believe it.
I
Actually,
know.
she told me, talk to me tomorrow because it's night. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, hi Jessica, hi Patricia. Thank you guys for joining. Someone is asking a question here. As they were filling the application form, they put high school instead of high school diploma. Won't that have any effect?
What they want, it is a high school equivalent. So if it is a high school diploma and you're in Uganda, that is senior six, and that's what they want. The high school in Uganda, it is senior four.
Oh,
Mm. Yeah, and they don't take it. When you bring it, they don't take it. They don't take it lightly. They will
yeah,
deny
but
you.
yeah, but I don't think it would be an issue for her if she can prove that she actually, if they can prove that they did the high school the
To answer your question
form six.
is
Mm.
to answer your question. Don't give it much attention.
Yeah,
You got what it takes. Don't just give it much attention. Don't relax. Just continue with the journey, with the process. Just you have your high school diploma. That's what they need. When you reach there, you
just
will give. Yeah, you will give the high school diploma. You don't need to satisfy it.
yeah.
Forget
Also,
satisfying.
yeah. Also, they'll be asking the same questions in the DS260. Oh, wait. Oh, as okay, yeah. In the DS260, you get to organize and put everything together, even as you were applying and probably didn't show that you're married or you have a child or whatever. The DS260 is what harmonizes everything. So that shouldn't be an issue for you. Someone is again talking about certifying the documents. Do you want to quickly run through that as well?
Certifying means you're trying to make sure that whoever comes across your certificate doesn't doubt it, or
True.
else you're trying to, because when you're leaving your country, this happens even to people who are moving from Uganda to UAE. When you're moving from one country to another, please certify your document. Certify,
Mhm.
because it helps authorities out there to understand that this is a certified certificate. So we can't even doubt
Yeah, it
that
helps
certificate.
validate your documents a bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah, it's already validated. So it's
Mm,
just for that reason. That's why we certify our high school and the rest. Like for
yeah.
me, recently uh, I was joining a college here, and they told me I have to send my documents to a certain body. There is several bodies here online
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
by mail, so that
Mm.
they can transfer my grade into American system. So they want to get the grade in American system. Like they want to grade my certificate, my performance, my high school diploma certificate. They want to change it to, so that people here can understand it more. So there is a way they send another certificate which will show how you performed. So that's what they will use to give you the course which you want to join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, even university documents, there are different bodies that what is that word that they use? They'll literally they won't even ask these documents from you. They reach out to your university, then the
Yeah.
university sends the documents to them because for some reason they don't trust us to do to send them the right
Sure.
documents. So
Sure.
normally they connect to the university back home and then the university sends the things to them. So it is important that your documents are certified for whatever
You
reason
know
to
what?
be
Do you know
certified.
why they do that?
Mm-mm.
Because they have been doing it for several years. They know whom to contact. They
Yeah.
know Makerere University.
Yeah.
They know whom to contact. They have access.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they don't trust us. For some reason, people are very unscrupulous. People will be out here doing weird things. Anyways,
Mm.
so after talking to your mom, she's like, "Hey, talk to me the next day." Then what?
Sorry.
Uh, so we go back to your story. So you tell
All
your
right.
mother about the whole thing you were saying. She's like, you'll talk to me the next day.
Actually, my mother never understood. That moment, he didn't know about. He knew about the lottery green card, but when I told him I was selected, I got opportunity to go to America. He never understood it.
I
She,
know.
she was like, okay, maybe there's and something online. You apply, you're getting chance. So she told me, call me tomorrow. Now it's not the right time. I don't understand anything.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
So afterwards, I explained to her this is how it is. She was happy that
Mm,
a chance like that happened to come to our family. So,
mm,
uh, and I told her I'm coming home. So there was no reason for me to stay there anymore. Remember, I had made up my mind, and
mm.
it was a chance for me to leave the Arab land.
Sure.
Yeah, I know several people in Dubai. They also have this thing like they wanna look for opportunity. Once
Mm,
they get it, they gonna run away from there.
that's true.
So,
I know.
so I came home, and
Mm,
another journey started. Getting documents
okay.
like birth certificate. Actually, the only good thing which I had was money. I
I
had
know.
7 grand. You remember, I had 7 grand. I was like, I have to enjoy my life.
After all, I am leaving this country.
Yeah. And with DB lottery, it needed only a few thousand, like 2,000. For me, actually, it was like even 1,000 for me because that time I was single.
Mm,
But uh, that year was unfortunate year for me in specific. It was unfortunate, and to those the other DV selectees 2020, it was unfortunate year that COVID hit, embassies closed. Those who had visas, those who got visas, they could not travel.
I know.
The boundaries were closed off the limit.
Mm,
Americans were running back to America,
I know.
and we were just locked up in our countries. I had hopes to get an interview around April, Feb, March, April. There, the embassies closed in Feb, 26 Feb. Actually,
You
I
even
also
remember the dates.
so yeah I can never forget those dates because I had somebody who went for interview. As you know, on her way to the interview, rumors started spreading that the embassies are gonna get closed. He was lucky that she did the interview, but after the interview, she had messed up with a police certificate or something like that. So she was pushed to bring that certificate. Then she would be approved afterwards. But remember, the embassy is closed on 26, and she had done her interview just a few days ago. So
Mm,
her opportunity, her life also, that's where her journey stopped with DV lottery
up to today.
up to today. But during 2020, we had hopes. You guys have never faced this, and I don't wish anyone to face it.
It's horrible.
Somebody saying first lockdown, President Seven scared us on March 20th, 2020. You see, in Uganda, March 2020, that's when Okay, maybe they closed. I don't remember the
I
exact
think
dates
that
when
is when
Uganda
they
closed.
declared the lockdown, because I remember I was at school, and that is
Yeah.
one of the best days of my life. I was so
Oh
tired
my,
of
yeah.
school. I really needed to stop. Like,
When
I've
we
never
were
been so
suffering, you are
happier in
enjoying.
my life. I really needed a break. So yeah, for me, March 2020, 20th was good for me.
Now let me take you to the times when I came from vacation. This is what happened. I think I'm one of the people or the persons who saw COVID coming into the world. Because remember, when I was in Dubai, I used to be on online each and every time. So when
Mm,
I came to Uganda, I had money. So I used to put data on my phone. I used to use 30K. Like when 30K ends, I buy other data for 30K because there's that promotion, use 30K. So
mhm,
uh what I did in October, I reached home and I came home in October, that is 2019. So I
mm,
was there trying to get documents. By December, most documents I had them.
mm,
And when during the new year, that is 2020, I think 2020 New Year or 2019.
mhm,
It's 2020 New Year. 31st, 2019. I was on the news and I remember the visa bulletin for Feb was out, and I was like, I'm lucky because the visa bulletin, the way DV was moving, it was they were trying to schedule each and every person
mm,
because January was starting. So remember when it comes to the way that the American embassy, when in October, November, December, some of them are breaking off.
mm. Yeah.
They have their holidays around the mid of the year, so they are always busy. Some of them, when the fiscal year, that is the fiscal year is ending like September, they try to do work so that October they break off.
Mm,
So that's why October starts with lower numbers. October,
mm,
November, they start like as if they are not working.
mhm, mm,
So in January, that's when you see numbers going high. So we saw numbers. Visa bulletin came out for in December. Visa bulletin came out for Feb. Then for Feb, yeah, I saw numbers rising. So that's when I noticed my interview will be there around April, March. If not, it would go up to June.
mhm,
So what I did, I was online, like checking the news. So one day, 31st, I looked at the news in China and they're saying everyone is putting on a mask. That's the first thing what's going on in China? Wuhan. You know that city where it started? I said, what's going on, man?
mm.
And I asked God, let this virus not go to America or come to Africa. As you guys, you are enjoying your new year. May was on the news. You were watching the fireworks. Me, I was watching the news because I wanted to. I was so much attentive to the details in the world because remember that time I was international. I was living. So what happened? COVID came when January first week. I saw the virus going to America. Actually, I said America should have closed first 2020. They should have closed, but they delayed.
Mm,
They tried to put politics into the virus.
yeah.
We are that they are making this kind of, they are making something, they are doing this,
Mhm,
that politics which happened. So they delayed. And also, I saw the virus entering America. Then I said to myself, where's the Ugandan president? That is January. Me, I'm seeing COVID. People are just enjoying. They don't know anything about
Right,
COVID.
right. Because we hadn't gotten any deaths as yet, we didn't have any scares. We are living our life. We didn't want to know.
Even the information, you people lack the information because you are partying New Year.
We didn't
But
want
us,
to.
yeah, us, we are going to travel. We had to be careful.
Yeah.
So what happened? COVID hit. That COVID brought darkness into DV lottery.
Mm.
We had a group of actually, first of all, uh in 2020, something was introduced by Donald Trump. Leave alone COVID, because
Mm-hmm.
COVID wasn't the only barrier to
Yeah.
DV lottery. There is something called uh dependent, something like I'm forgetting it. It was uh if there was DV 2020 person here, he would remind me. There
Mm.
was a document which you had to feel like you can take care of yourself once you reach America.
Okay.
And leave alone affidavit of support. This
Mm.
document was a must.
Okay. I
And I believe
understand they don't want people coming to their country and becoming liabilities.
yeah, actually,
Mm.
that's what Donald Trump put in place. That's the reason why Donald Trump put in place. He said,
Mm.
how come there is this a program that is bringing people walking on the golden on a red carpet to America? They should put limitations. That's how they started putting limit, like that document. Uh you had to prove you have money on your account. You had to
I
prove
know.
you. The worst thing is you had to get the insurance plan. Even
What?
in America, you had to find the insurance plan. At least you can show them that this is gonna be my insurance once I arrive there. It doesn't mean you're gonna pay it off right away, but you have to get it. So I was like, oh my god. But remember, since I had my aunt, I knew she would help me
Hmm.
in any way. So time went on, COVID hit. We submitted our DS-216. We sent our
Document.
supporting documents. I also did that. My case number was around 60K. But remember, by then 60K was around the middle case numbers. The problem was scheduling.
Hmm.
They stopped scheduling us. They, even if you called cases, they would tell you close, close. Even cases they were not receiving uh our calls.
Oh, you
So
guys
they,
used to
yeah,
even call.
yeah, there
Ah,
is
the way I respected those people, I would not even disturb them. I'm like, oh, why? Saka bamala komine embe.
let, let me tell you one thing. When I tell people that KCC called me when I was, when I told you that I found out when it was late.
Hmm.
Actually, KCC called me. But
Oh,
remember, I knew nothing about developer, but I felt like they were scammers. KCC
oh,
called me around May, called
wow.
me, called my number, UAE number, when I was from work and I just went to bed. I was so dead asleep. So when I received the phone, I was like, hello? Because I saw a kind of American number and I was like, okay, let me just take this.
Hmm.
So when I tell people that KCC called me, Consular Kentucky Center called me, they think it's a lie. You know how people don't believe things. They think
Yeah,
it's a lie. But yes, before KCC used to call people, random calls, like remind you to check your results. Like you
yeah.
are selected, go on, file the DS-260. Actually, that's what they told me. But
Hmm.
because I knew less information, I had of now continue with the process. you so and so, you are selected, please go on,
Mm,
get documents. I said, what, they're trying to,
scam me.
yeah. So I actually that day I told somebody as I was on the bus going
Mm,
to work. I told my colleague, he told me there is no American who will call you for that. That
wow.
yeah. So luckily enough, my aunt found out, and that's how I knew that I was selected. But if it
Yeah,
wasn't my aunt, I wouldn't even be here because I wouldn't have checked my results.
sure.
S- You
And
see,
mm-hmm,
the YouTube we have now is giving you more information. The people
mm.
out there,
I actually
but
got most of my information from YouTube. Most of the information because personally, I didn't know anyone in the States. I didn't know anyone who had won the DV. I didn't know. So I had to go to YouTube. And mind you, I found out about YouTube in the lockdown. By the way, when you tell people, I tell people I didn't know about YouTube, they can't believe. Because what is you? What was YouTube? Like we had our life going on for us. It was that lockdown that introduced us to all these things. And like, okay, so what do I do with my time? That is when I got to find out about it. I'm like, okay, people do these things. Maybe I can also do a thing. Then for me, when I was selected, I got all of my information from YouTube actually.
yeah,
Anyways,
sure.
we've been here
Mm.
more than I thought would be. Long story short, how did you finalize everything? How did you finally, after this whole COVID commotion and everything, how did you finally get to move?
Actually, as we are ending this video, this is what I wanna tell our viewers. We're gonna keep bring you this kind of videos because we need to share this story
Yeah.
in person with you guys so you can understand and keep answering your questions. So don't think we are not answering any kind of question. Just keep commenting. So when we do another video, we can even talk about what you have commented.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Something I wanna tell you today. I'm giving you my story about how I got selected and how I started the process. So maybe next time I will tell you about my second time and how I came here.
Okay.
But to cut the story short, uh, in 2019, remember I got selected for DV 2020. Uh, Things never went the way I personally wanted, but I was happy and lucky that I was in Uganda. And actually, I thank God that when COVID hit, I was in Uganda. I had resigned and I was in Uganda comfortably
Mm,
in Uganda because it was when you looked at the news, whatever was happening elsewhere, people were out of their work. There was no money, even
mm,
in UAE. It
mm.
was horrible.
That's sure. Yeah.
For me, I was lucky. I was in Uganda. Uh, I was with my people,
Your family. Yeah.
my family.
Mm,
So I went on with the process. Each and every day, I could check my email. Sometimes I could call Consular Kinta Center, but uh, when they closed the embassies and uh, closed the boundaries, we went to court.
wow.
We opened up a court case against Consular Kinta Center and American government.
Are you serious right now? Okay.
That was the first of a kind. And also this happened the following year, that is DV 2021. It also happened. But it affected to DV 2020 and 2021. It affected massive uh, effect. I'm telling you. At least for DV 2020, those who traveled in October, November, and December. and January. We are lucky.
Mm.
Another thing I want to let you know, since we went to court when the year 2020 was ending, like when we are approaching September, the court, this was one of a kind. The court commanded the USA government in 1 month to do much effort to give us our visa and interviews.
Which court did you file this case, and what was the case exactly?
It's like this. It's like this. This thing was done by the lawmakers in America.
Okay.
And there was something called, I'm forgetting how they called, there are those terms we used to use. Even
How
us,
many
we had a
were you?
term.
How many
No,
people filed the case?
actually, it was like, uh, the problem, I'm forgetting the terms we used to use.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's like this. We had, YouTubers like me, uh, British Simon. The guys, I'll
Yes,
tell
I
you,
know.
I'll
I
be
know
frank.
Brit
I don't
Simon.
want to
Yeah.
advocate for British Simon, but today I will just tell you again. British Simon was one of our, uh, I would say, our big man. Because British Simon used to help us a lot. And actually, when these court cases went on, British Simon was advocating for people to go to enter the suit, because if you entered, it could have helped you a lot.
Hmm.
You had to pay some money. But remember me, I did never wanted to pay any money. But though you never joined the SU, you you were automatically added onto, because you are a DV selectee.
Because you're in that time frame. I understand.
Yeah, you're in that time frame and part of the group. So
Mm.
the people who paid, actually, they got a benefit of being scheduled quickly, because once you called KCC, like, I'm part of this and I paid that word.
Eh.
For me, one day I called KCC and he told me, did you get onto the board? Like, did you pay and join there? So we cannot help you.
Ah.
So we cannot help you. We cannot do anything for you.
Wow. Mm.
KCC scheduled the biggest number of selectees in DV lottery.
Actually,
In
that makes sense because now me, I was selected in 2021. So I think it would only make sense if they first cleared the people in the backlog 2019, 2018, those guys. Because me, I was selected 2021. So if you say by that time they hadn't taken care of you
you
guys,
were at 2022. You are DV
2020.
2022.
Oh,
Yeah. You're
okay.
non
Okay.
DV
Yeah.
2021.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you one thing. DV 2020 and DV 21 faced the worst DV in their
Mm,
lifetime. And this will never happen again that way.
mm.
Because,
Now you've
I got,
set a precedent, so they have something to go back to do to refer to before they act in any way. So it makes sense. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So in DV 2020, September, they started scheduling, rushing.
Mm.
Embassies, embassies prioritized DV selectees for September, because they told the government, if you don't schedule as much as you can, uh, they're gonna do something. Maybe they're gonna sue the government, something like that.
Mm.
So they did their best. The lawmakers on the side of the government, they were there to defend the government. But we also at DV Lottery, we had hours, the one we paid, and they
Interesting.
were serious. Yeah. So we used to enjoy those kind of, we used to ask, what's the update? What's the update? What's there in court? And do you know that DV? there has never been any reservation of visas in DV history
Yeah.
until DV 2020. The court reserved 886 and something 9 visas for DV lottery to be utilized in the following years.
Wow.
Because
Nice.
once I tell you that this thing never affected you because you are DV 2022,
22, yeah. Makes
for
sense.
every year, DV
Mm.
always ends. Your opportunity, if you're a DV selected, it always ends on the 30th, 29th or 30th of
Of
September,
September.
31st of
Yeah.
September.
Yeah.
That's when it ends. There is
Mm.
no more DV. If you're not done with your interview, your chance is gone.
Yeah, your chances are gone. Sure. Yeah.
So that's why the court ordered the government to schedule as much as possible in September 2020.
Okay.
So many individuals were selected. Those interviews were pending. They got chances. They were recalled. If anything was pending, like you had done your interview, they asked you to get something document, you had to
Mm-hmm.
send it right away.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, there were so many people and
There were so
rush.
many. Hmm.
So, however much they did their best, many of us were just there to watch.
That's interesting. Wow, that's an
Yeah,
interesting story. It's interesting.
I will end from there.
Yeah. So guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Someone asked if you will be creating a WhatsApp group for the selectees. Is there one already that people can join? Do you have one
Uh,
already?
Personally, I have a WhatsApp group. I'm the administrator.
Hmm.
Uh, I have it's called DV Africa.
Okay.
Uh, if you need to join, and it's sometime I'm there, sometime I'm not there, but there are a lot of uh, people contributing a lot. There are
Mm-hmm.
a lot of selectees who are already in America right about now.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, it's a very good group. If you wanna join, you send me a message. You tell me I'm a DV selectee for 2024, so I
Mm.
can help you to join 2024. And soon we are going to start another group, DV 2025. I have one. I
Mm.
have one. Those who applied for DV 2025, but one I will do another group for DV selectees DV 2025, so you can share your stories and share your ideas.
Yeah, so what we'll do is maybe get a link. Like I said, I will link Aaron's channel in the comment section. I'll also provide his email address that he'll provide those who needed to reach out to him about the hosting. And then maybe we shall share. Well, I'll also leave the link to the WhatsApp
Uh,
group in the
uh,
comment section as well.
my name is Aaron Ntende, as in AARONNTENDE. My Ugandan number, I will just mention it here. That's the
Okay.
number you have to send me. I use
Mm.
my American, but I prioritize Ugandan number. It's plus 256 757 04 82 89. Plus 256 757 04 82 89. That's my Ugandan number.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and
guys.
yeah, and in case any questions come up, you can always let us know what it is that you want us to talk about in our next live. We shall have another live where we talk about very many other different things. But for today, let us stop here. You guys have a good rest of your, I think, night. It's night in Africa, and thank you so much for joining. Bye. Thank you, Aaron.
Bye bye.
Okay.